So hi Ian. So this is Lachi and this is the final exam program. And since I learned physics before, I think this program is it's easy to understand. So what this program can do is it can store five different values or same values and which we call its mass. And then we use its mass, and then we ask the reader to enter another value we call the velocity, and then we calculate the kinetic energy for those two values, and then we output it. So it's not hard to understand, so we just let the reader to put two different variables here. One is mass and another one is velocity, and then we calculate the kinetic energy, then we output it, and that's quite easy. But there's a little difficult thing here. So it's not just mass, so we have to find the minimum mass. So for example, we ask them to input five different values for the mass, and then we find the minimum value of it, and then we use this one to do the calculate thing. So of course we need to do the identify thing first. So for this array, right, so we have five different variables for the mass, and you ask for double, right, type of array is double, so we do double mass, and things is double, and we do all these variables as double. However, for the kinetic energy, we have to use integers, because it said here, I don't know where it is. Never mind. So these values are all double, and then we ask them to enter the value of the mass. So we ask them to enter your array, right? So array, so we have five numbers right here. Ask them to enter five numbers. We use for loop to enter it, and then we identify minimum mass. Then we use this program, find minimum mass. So it's right here. So just jump to here first. So we double called minimum mass, right? And we use for loop to find the minimum mass. So we use integer I equals 1 if this number is less than that mass. Then we keep doing that so we can find the minimum mass. Then we return minimum mass so we can find it out. And so now we have minimum mass, right? And then we did ask them to see here, ask them to enter the velocity, which is meter per second. And so we have velocity and the minimum mass. Then we do the calculate thing. So it's right here. So we double small kinetic energy and we have integer kinetic energy. So for why do we have like two different things? One is double, one is integer? Because when we do the calculate thing, it's double, right? So we can have a double number, and then it turns out that it's we have to round it to. I need to find it out. See, return the kinetic energy as integer. So we have to round this number. If we have this number, it's gonna be like something point something something, but we have to round it to a whole number. So we use kinetic energy and it's integer, and we use mass here, round kinetic energy. So we have big kinetic energy, and then we return kinetic energy, and it's come up by here. It's final kinetic energy, right? So the final kinetic energy is based on this program, this which is right here, right? And when we return it, it's come up here, and then it can output, like it said, your kinetic energy is this number and meter per second. and then we have scanner closed. Then the program is done. So now we can try it. Why don't we just try it? So enter your array. I just want to make the minimum value of the mass is 2. So I'm gonna enter 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. And other than 2, the rest of them are not important because we just need to find the minimum one, which is 2. So now we have our mass, which is 2. And then they ask us to enter the velocity. Let's just make velocity, let's say 10, right? 10. So we know based on this equation, right? It's gonna be 0.5 times minimum mass, which is 2, and that's gonna be 1. And velocity is 10. So 10 multiplied 10 is gonna be 100. Let's try if it's 100. Just try. See? It says your kinetic energy is 100 meters per second, which means that this program is correct, but whatever. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.